Hello everyone, I'm RB. Welcome to my video discussing, recapping and reviewing Love Island. Okay, get ready for a feature from Diamanté and Lucy as they spill the beans. However, we'll get back to this in more detail as now to the start of the episode. It's morning time with the squinty eyes and the sunglasses. Mimii and Nicole hug. It's emotional. And Matilda feels conflicted because Sean has been kissing two different girls in bed. And Uma says she feels different, that things have changed for her. Elsewhere, Sean said he feels mixed emotions. He said he was happy seeing Matilda back, and Ayo said he got away with murder. But he can talk, can't he? Sean feels that he needs to speak to Matilda more about the Casa events, and Ayo said he feels for Mimii, but the reason for his decision doesn't mean it wasn't going well with her, but the connection with Jessica from day one was something he couldn't ignore. Meanwhile, Mimii feels it was a facade. She said she doesn't care, and the girls back her. Mimii finds it hurtful. The tears flow behind the sunglasses, and Nicole hugs her again. She held out for a long, but they had to come out eventually. Then a text announces, get ready to leave the villa to talk with Diamanté and Lucy. So, the Casa girls say Diamanté is a firecracker, and we know she'll definitely make a meal of it. Will said that he's been honest and he's not hiding anything. Uma and Matilda are with Diamanté and Lucy. It's time to spill the beans. Let's see if Lucy changes from her nice side that she showed yesterday. She says that her and Will clicked, and then he said that she's his usual type, that he has a connection with Uma, but he wants to compare it with her, and Uma finds this a joke. She feels like a mug, and to be honest, so far Lucy's still being nice about it. And then she adds that Will took her to the hideaway and they smooched, and that he asked her, what would you do if we recoupled? Uma sees this as a red flag, and she's lost trust for him. Elsewhere to Matilda, and she wants to hear Diamanté out. She wants to resolve the tension. Diamanté said Sean was busy in Casa, that Sean did say there's a connection with Matilda, but that he had her and Ruby on the go. And she talks of Sean again saying that she's a priority, but yeah, again, it was, he said, right now, and that's basically all she's got and she's clinging on to. But Matilda felt that they were in a good place. But hold up, she also explored. Remember Hugo? Diamanté said she's only told 1/10 of the story, that Matilda was brushed to the side. She said there was a lot of kissing in bed, and Matilda's annoyed. Back in the villa, Ciaran said if it's twisted, you can't defend yourself, and Trey doesn't find it a big deal, that, they'll get over it. Okay, Trey. Anyway, Ayo and Jessica chat. She feels it's awkward. Well, what did she expect, really? And she feels the girls are not that interested in her. Well, she does have the Casa girls. She can talk to them. But yeah, she feels like she'd want to be friends with Mimii, but I mean, probably not at this point. He said he's very happy about the decision he made in the recoupling, and they kiss. Mimii is watching the chat and she's irritated. She finds it fake that the switch was in 3 days, and Mimii feels it confirms that he was going to do this on the outside. Well, obviously, the writing was on the wall. Then Nicole feels that they need to stop the kisses in front of Mimii, and that's very true. Separately, Nicole and Ellie chat. She said Ciaran was messaging her and asking to meet. She said she had a feeling he could play it down and that it was going on for months. This shocks Nicole. Ellie said that she pied him off and that he's got loads of friends who are girls. She said that she's shocked that his head hasn't turned. But what we can take from this is simply that he's not turned his head. But Nicole feels worried for the future. But let's remember, this was before they even met. Anyway, Nicole calls Ciaran to chat. He's concerned. She said what happened in the Ellie conversation, and he said he's never met her, and he feels shocked at the thought of her comment about the messages for months. He said he can't remember the messages or bumping into her, and that he was not emotionally involved. And he points out that this was when he was single. This is very true. She said that she doesn't believe him, but she should trust him over Ellie. And elsewhere, Ellie is going around the group stirring and saying that he played it down. Then Ciaran goes to speak to Ellie, and he asks why is she playing it out like something actually happened with them, that it was way more than what it actually was. And he said he doesn't even remember her, and she said you don't remember a lot. And he said it was never in depth, and it was not months of messages. He even says that she was stirring and tells her to shut up. Nicole said the lying has ruined it for her. But honestly, she really wants to ruin the relationship for herself, doesn't she? I mean, actually, are they even in a relationship? As they are in love, but how come they're not together? Anyway, Uma and Matilda are back to the villa, and the girls congregate. They're not okay. Uma tells that Will asked Lucy to stay in bed with her, and Uma feels it's hurtful that it took her long to let her guard down. Matilda said that Diamante was sweet and that Sean was in a Casa triangle, that he was playing Diamante and Ruby, and Matilda thinks it may be an act with Sean. And the boys are concerned. They can overhear the conversations, and Sean says there's three sides to every story: their side, your side, and the truth. And the boys laugh at the triangle comments, which doesn't go unnoticed by the girls. Sean says the holidays are well and truly over, and that is my quote of the episode. Then, Ayo said that Uma is a tough cookie, but that Sean will be okay. As for the messages, even Hugo said that it was before you met Nicole, and Ciaran said that Nicole thinks that he's hiding things. Meanwhile, Nicole is still complaining over nothing again. And then Mimii and Jessica chat. Awkward. Jessica said, is there anything she can do to make this easier for her? Mimii said Jessica has no loyalties to her. Jessica said she asked Ayo why he didn't give Mimii the heads up, and Mimii said that she was crying all morning. Jessica feels that Ayo wanted to pursue a connection. She said if it was different, that they would be friends. And Mimii said she needs time, and it was very understanding for her. And then Mimii tells the girls that she nearly cried when she was talking to Jessica. And then Will wants to chat to Uma, and she tells him in a bit. Sean and Matilda chat, but will she tell him of her days of being Dora the Explorer in Casa Amor? She said that Diamante said loads of things, that he was moving crazy, and he said his feelings in his heart were for her and were way stronger than for the other girls. He said he was thinking about her, and she said she defended him. He said he was exploring connections as he hadn't done that previously, and he was lost in the moment. He's sorry, and he's got clarity. He wants to be with her. I believe him. She said she doesn't know and that she's livid. Jess and Sean chat. He said he's not like this on the outside, and she said people do make mistakes, and he looks regretful. Jess says don't be too hard on yourself, that Matilda did get to know others, and Sean said that he didn't really ask her about this, and Jess tells him that she got to know Hugo. So at least the truth is coming out, as double standards aren't okay. Then Nicole and Ciaran chat. He says yeah right to the messages with Ellie being a couple of months. He said there's nothing to hide, that he's been honest. He asked, why are you still with me? And she says, because she loves him. He said, concentrate on me and you now. And he's right. Because she focuses a lot on the past and just making any old problems for no reason. Anyway, Nicole said it will be the hardest thing to trust him. Elsewhere, Ellie is still talking about the messages, but now to Trey. She thinks that there'll be an apology from Ciaran, and Trey said it's pointless talking about a few messages on the outside. And Ellie thinks it's more than that, and that Ciaran wasn't honest. Trey is annoyed, and she doesn't get it, that he thinks that they should be concentrating on them and not Ciaran. Then she walks off, and she's coming across as bitter and jealous, like she's well into Ciaran. And Trey feels that she's immature. He's not wrong, but at least it's still embryonic. But what's your opinions? Comment below. Uma said speaking to Will was an eye-opener, that Lucy thought she would be picked as he had asked her how she would feel if he had picked her, and Uma feels insecure. He said that he wouldn't have been annoyed if she had a better connection with someone else, and he doesn't feel it's a big deal basically. And she says he's hurt her feelings and she didn't expect the kissing. And he said that he thought Uma would be more understanding. However, he knows it's a big deal as he felt guilty at the time. But yeah, in the confessionals, Uma said she doesn't feel the same, that she needs time and he needs to earn her trust back. So, Ayo chats to Mimii, and she said that she was crying in the morning, and he waffles on, but something about being happy. And she said that he didn't pass the test, and he said that he did miss her. And she said how Joey knew Jessie for 3 days and stuck beside her, but basically Ayo couldn't even after a few weeks. And Mimii said she will not be in a triangle, and he apologizes. She said it was good while it lasted. Was it though? Anyway, he tries to banter with her, and she kind of laughs. It looks like she's not too mad at him. Then, in the bathroom, Mimii and Ayo are laughing, and is she thinking to rekindle and make another love triangle? What's your opinions? Comment below. Will tells the boys he can't be asked, and Joey said Uma's not exactly going to say it's all good immediately. And that's some mature advice from Joey. He can be mature now and then. It's night time with the usual malarkey. Then it's voting time. The fewest voted islanders will be dumped from the island, and they save Mimii as they say she's single, so she's immune. So that's nice. From the preview for Sunday night, it's the Love Island Film Festival. Basically, it's movie night, and I've got the popcorn ready. From my point of view, the episode was a 7 out of 10, kind of slow paced, but reasonable nonetheless. But what's your opinions? What did you think of the episode? Comment below. If you enjoyed the episode, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching and catch you for the next episode.